Will Star Wars Skeleton Crew Season 2 happen? While Star Wars' latest TV show, Star Wars Skeleton Crew, functions as something of a standalone, there is still quite a bit of potential for Season 2, should Star Wars make it happen. Skeleton Crew's cast is almost entirely composed of brand new characters, particularly its ensemble of four children, Wim, Neil, Fern, and KB, and their unlikely ally, a mysterious scoundrel named Jod Nanawud, Jude Law. Skeleton Crew's story is vastly different from anything Star Wars has ever pursued before, as it follows these children getting lost within the greater galaxy. Despite these unique cast and story elements, Skeleton Crew's timeline is still rooted in the Mandalorian era, creating the opportunity for more story development to take place. This begs the question of Skeleton Crew Season 2 happening, or not, with a story that perhaps weaves itself even more into the era it's set within, or simply carries the story of its first installment even further. Here's everything we know about Skeleton Crew Season 2 so far, as well as the likelihood of it being made. The first thing we know about Skeleton Crew's future is that it wasn't originally intended to receive a second installment. Creators John Watts and Christopher Ford actually pitched the idea as a movie initially, long before the Disney Plus era of Star Wars storytelling was established, and it has since transformed into the TV show that it is today. This means that plans for Skeleton Crew Season 2 are already limited heading into the future. This, however, doesn't make Season 2 impossible for this Star Wars adventure. As is the case with just about any TV series, there is still hope for Skeleton Crew Season 2, especially with what this TV show is expected to cover over the course of its run. With an emphasis on pirates in Star Wars, there's really no shortage of storytelling space that Skeleton Crew can push into. Pirates have shown up in Star Wars stories for decades, in live action, animation, comics, and more, which means there's a lot of potential for enriching the lore more by perhaps expanding more into these pirates based on how the children's story unfolds. The timeline of Skeleton Crew could also raise the possibility of the series moving forward with Season 2. Should Star Wars desire to weave another story deeper into the fabric of the Mandalorian era, perhaps to tell stories meant for other New Republic era projects that are no longer happening, then Skeleton Crew could be the place to do so in a creative way. While there's no word yet on the fate of Skeleton Crew Season 2, it certainly shouldn't be discounted just yet.